Well, hello there, and welcome back to Gaulia. In today's episode, we are going to start working on a little factory build. I've wanted to put something kind of in that area for a little while. It's actually going to be a build that I did not build, but I have permission to use. What I want to build is one of our chaotic craft friends, Charles, had a factory build in a world that we had together before we started Chaotic Craft. And I really liked it. And I wanted to find a way to incorporate builds from some of my friends into the world. So I have one from Charles that's going to go here, and eventually one from Withered Golem that's going to go over there. And I thought it would be a nice way to honor some of the friends that we've made along the way in playing this game and doing these different series and things like that. So up until now, we've been using this area as our tree farm, but we're going to have to go ahead and clear it out. You are bad. These guys know that I don't want them here? Nope. Bad man. Get away. Go. I'm gonna get an army of cats. It's probably a terrible idea. They're just gonna be meowing the whole time. I did just plant all these acacia trees too. Did you know in Java you can do that? You can jump and continually break a block that's outside of your range, but in Bedrock you cannot. I've been playing a bit of Bedrock because of Chaotic Craft, and man, I don't really like Bedrock anymore. It's really how I started playing this game, but see, look at this. You can jump, break blocks. But yeah, Bedrock is rough. It's also a modded world. Probably has something to do with the mods in it, but this is a slightly modded world. I don't add any blocks or anything, but with some of the camera stuff, the shaders, there's a couple of little mods there, but it functions perfectly fine. I don't know what Bedrock's doing. Love to know what other people do for wood farms. I generally just plant trees in areas that I end up going through periodically, and that way, as I go back to my house and sleep, they'll get their little picks or whatever. They'll grow, chop them down, plant some more, and just kind of farm wood when I don't have much else better going on. Like, don't have enough time to start a new build or don't have any inspiration. Alright, so I went ahead and I prepped this build. I downloaded our Bedrock Realm. Maybe we should talk about it because people might be interested. So you can potentially import and export worlds in between Java and Bedrock if you have access to the world. So we had a realm. I downloaded the realm and then created a Java copy of that world and then made a Litematica schematic of Charles's build. So what I'm going to do now is put it into this world. I put it into the creative world just to size it and make sure it fits in the space that I'm looking to put it into. It does. He had some redstone stuff in there, which was actually really cool. He had a concrete thing and a dye farm, but we're going to take that out for now. We'll probably use this. I like the concrete idea, honestly. It's like an automatic concrete, type of thing. So we might do something like that to honor his original design. So we'll go in, we'll load it up. See, I had the original and then the ready to place version. And then it should, I always I think I've shown you guys what I do in the past with these builds, but I always include a little bit of whatever is currently there, something that will allow me to line them up correctly. So in this case, it is the sidewalk and the road that we're going to use to line this up. And as you can see, boom, pops in. And we can confirm just over here, like these areas line up. I didn't have those things there when I made this. But you can see it kind of lines everything up very nicely. We can adjust and, terraform this area. I didn't include all the way back here where I'd done some of that in the creative world. We can do that after the fact. But this is essentially where our schematic is going to be placed. So now what I like to do is get the sticks out of my inventory so I don't accidentally move it as I'm doing things. And then we can go sleep, but kind of get started on clearing and then material farming. Alright, so we're pretty cleared out. These leaves will decay. Next step is farm some materials. Not a super complex build. We can ignore all the dirt, right? We are going to need some stone. We can ignore the grass for now. But it looks like mostly deep split. Yellow concrete, I guess, is going to be probably the hardest thing to get if you pull any of this hard, I guess. So I kind of go about gathering materials. I just go down the list until I have what I need, put it in a shulker, and then go on to the next. Let's see what our granite supply looks like. Pretty good. Oak is one of those woods that I don't farm a lot because I don't use it very much. Alright, yellow concrete. We need to get some of that. That's going to be probably the most... Yeah. Gravel. Sand. This isn't going to be a problem at all. I forgot we have so much yellow dye already. Ooh. Back to our super high-tech concrete farm. I don't know if you guys remember, but this farm is so super high-tech that I can't even show you how to build it. It's just beyond the level of comprehension of the average Minecrafter. Alright, I don't think any of the other stuff in here. I think that's random stuff that made its way in. So the first thing I like to do is just set up a little operations camp here. Whatever shulkers you need, you put them down. We don't need a bunch right now, which is nice. Get some of like every resource that you're gonna need. Don't need you, don't need you. And then let's go. Well, and there you have it. One nice factory addition to the world. So like I said, we got some terraforming cleaning up to do. Around here. I didn't really... Hi. Oh, I did it. Yeah, I really liked this build when I saw it in the world that we were playing in. I thought he did a good job on it, and I thought it would fit really nicely. It's a different, color palette than I usually would use, so it's nice to have something to break it up a little bit. And I think it fits, quite nice into our world. I don't know why I'm trying to fly around when I have free cam. But yeah, so we have, let me put shaders back on. So you got this nice industrial district going on right now, right? Your little iron farm, your loading area, your train back here, which is getting further and further obscured. Yeah, we'll see what we make in this factory. All our factories want to have some kind of a function, right? This one's our dye, this one's our iron farm, this is kind of just our house at this point, temporary living quarters, and we'll see what we make this one. This one's either going to probably be a concrete, auto concrete type of thing, or a moss farm maybe. We'll see. But yeah, I think it's looking good. Alright, so there you have it. I've done most of the terraforming, put some, some rocks and some leaves along the outside here, threw some trees up in the front, maybe we'll make custom trees at some point in this world, but for now, a couple of trees. I put a little bush over here, a little bit of bush. Everybody likes a little bit of bush. I love this stuff. I just can't stop putting it like everywhere. Probably too much of everywhere, but And then yeah, we did kind of the similar treatment around back. Little rocky area. I want to have this. Any creepers in there? I want to have this train area like kind of, overgrown a little bit near it. We'll put some remnants of like fence. And then I don't know. I was thinking of like this is kind of a low area right here. And I want to keep it low because I don't want to obscure this train. Like I want to have some view of this train as you're coming along this road. I don't really know what else to do in here. If anybody actually watches this, suggestions would be nice. But part of what I was thinking was building out this, sidewalk and then making this kind of like a small art grid, very, very shallow, and cutting out here. And then maybe having it like some kind of a runoff that goes into the ocean area. So yeah, I'm open to suggestions. I don't know that I want to put another building in here because I don't want to completely obscure the train. Maybe we could put some kind of a silo structure. Open to suggestions. On that note, thanks again all for watching. I want to give full credit to Charles, who is the designer of this factory. I'll link his channel down below. I highly recommend you check him out. He's one of our buddies on Chaotic Craft. And look forward to seeing you all in the next one for the next build. I have at least 4 or 5 skyscrapers planned. Take care.